Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Scribblings of Life, and today's tutorial is on quilling Rakhi. So on this channel I share a lot of videos, tutorials on paper quilling, card making, scrapbooking and other stuff. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon. So as I already mentioned, today we are going to make the Rakhis. The requirements are as shown on your screen, and here are the three designs which we are going to learn in today's video. So here is the stuff which we will be requiring to make the Rakhis. So I have got these golden beads, they are round beads. Then these are wooden brown beads. These are silver color matki shaped bead. They are little different shape. Then these are ball chains. Then we need scissor, paper quilling tool, paper quilling strips, embroidery thread and glue also. Now first of all let me tell you how to make the base for the Rakhi. So for that use any two colors of embroidery thread. You can take three colors as well or maybe four colors as well. And here I have taken green and red color, and the length of the threads which I have taken over here is almost 40 centimeters. So I am tying the knot on one of the end. To make it even more secure, you can tie two knots at the same place to make it a bit thicker, right? So basically this knot will hold the bead, right? Now using this long needle, you can easily find them in any shop near you which keeps embroidery stuff. So we are going to insert the wooden bead first. This will be on the corner, then a golden bead, then two beads of the silver color or white color, then golden again, and then again a wooden bead. So basically the wooden beads will stay on the corners near the knots, and other two beads will remain around the Rakhi design. Now once your beads are inserted, just make two knots again and secure the beads. So in this way basic thread for the Rakhi is ready. Now find the center of the thread, and on the center we are going to paste two round papers. The circles are basically 1 inch diameter, and we need two of them. One will be beneath the thread and other will be over it. So we have to basically sandwich the center of the thread between these two circles. So with this the base for the Rakhi is ready, the thread is ready. Now we have to make the design. So this is the first design which we are going to make. So the strips which I have used to make this Rakhi are 3 mm strips, and my strip length are variable, like some of them are 12 inches, some of them are 18 inches and some of them are 22 inches. So I will keep you posted on which size of strip I have taken. Okay, so here I have taken 2 green, 2 yellow and 2 purple strips, and these are all 22 inches long strips. So from the green side I am going to make a tight coil. So I am using my motored tool to make the coil, otherwise it will be very lengthy process. But even if you don't have the motor tool, you can easily use your manual tool for making the coils. And regarding the combination, you can actually make any combination. There is no restriction that you have to make this combination, because until and unless you will try something new, you will never get a new design, right? So you have to try your own combinations as well. Now for the second shape I am taking for 1/4 yellow and 1/4 green strip, and from the green side I am going to make the coils again. So once my coil is made, I will open it a little bit and will make a eye shape out of it. Secure the end using glue. And then what we have to do, we have to make a small dome out of this shape. So you can use your little finger or maybe scissor or anything pointy like pencil you can use. So once your dome is ready, just fill the inside with the Fevicol and let it dry for some time, and it will become a hard dome, and you have to make a few of them. So depending upon your strip length, your tight coil circumference, you will be needing some of these, like you may need 16, you may need 20, you may need 24. So I don't know how many I exactly used over here, because I never work on the numbers. I try to give you an overview of the thing which we are going to make. So numbers are not very required on this case. Like my strips are variable, right? Like I have 22-inch strip, but if you don't have that, then so so it all depends on what you have and what you are going to make out of it, right? So we are going to paste these small eye domed shapes around this tight coil. And guys, frankly speaking, I have created 10 designs, and my most beautiful design was created by a very big mistake, like the combination which I was hating the most. That is the one design which I am liking the most after I created all my designs. So basically this video is first part of that tutorial series which is going to come in next few days. I am going to teach you total of 11 designs in the Rakhi. Okay, so once your things are dried up, your Rakhi is totally dried up, just paste it in the center of the paper, like on the paper which we have already placed in the center of our thread. Okay, and yeah, here I was a bit concerned about the thing that a lot of part of the Rakhi is not coming on the paper and it is going outside it. And since paper quilling is a very delicate kind of art, the shapes are very small and everything, so to protect my Rakhi from for falling apart, I just pasted a bigger circle beneath it once more, so that it can hold the whole of my Rakhi properly. So before doing all these things, make sure that your Rakhi is totally dried up, your domes are totally dried up, because otherwise they will lose their shape. Okay, so whenever you are making any 3D sort of shape, make sure that Fevicol is totally dried up. Now once my Rakhi was completely dry, to keep the beads at to hold their place, I am tying a knot on the side of the golden bead, so that these two beads are staying at one place forever. Okay, so with this my first Rakhi is complete and it came out really beautiful. Now this is the second design and it is a very simple but very elegant sort of design. So to make this Rakhi, I took one blue, two peach and 1.5 strip of light brown color, and all these strips were 22-inch wide. Sorry, long. The width is 3 mm for all of them, and even for all the Rakhis. So again, we have to make a tight coil for the center. So here I have made my tight coil from the light brown side, and blue is coming outside of the coil. Secure the end. Now for the outside part, here I have created some tight coils, for which I have taken half strip of peach color. Okay, so we are just making simple tight coils, and we are going to paste all the tight coils around this bigger tight coil. So basically this Rakhi was made using just one shape, and it came out so beautiful, so pretty. Now whenever you are pasting two shapes together, just make sure that they are glued together as well, not just with a tight bigger circle, but with each other as well. So I am applying the glue on the sides of the small tight coils and on the bigger tight coil as well. Give it some time to dry. And have you noticed that whenever I am pasting my parts for to make the Rakhi, I am using a plastic sheet beneath, because it makes it easy to like pull up the Rakhi once it is dried. Now in the center place a kundan, or maybe some pearl or whatever rhinestone you have. Okay, and give it some time to dry. The parts of the Rakhi are pasted together, Fevicol is dried up, then only paste it on the thread. So with this, the second Rakhi is also done, and again we are going to make a knot in the side of the beads. And yeah, with this the Rakhi is done. Now here comes the third design and the last design of this particular video. So there is a very interesting story behind this Rakhi, which I will tell you. So for this I have taken this combination of the strips which are mentioned below, and I am going to make a tight coil. So basically what happened was, I was making this Rakhi, and I did something and something else and then I didn't like it, not at all. So I was not able to understand what should I do or what should I not. So I left it. Like at a point I really left it and I started making some other design. Okay, so back to the present. Here I have made the tight coil, and I am securing the end over here. Now I am going to take half strip of cream and half strip of turquoise color, and I'm going to paste them together to make a bigger strip and shaded strip, and then I'm going to make some shape out of it. So what happened here was, now I'm coming back to the story. So here I made first uh, uh, a teardrop shape. I didn't liked it. Then I made a heart out of it, and it was okay. I mean, I was not very much liking it that as well. So still I continued. Okay, so I made four hearts. I tried keeping them around the Rakhi, and I was like not at all liking this design, not at all. So what happened at after this point, I mean after making four or five hearts, I think I just kept all these figures and shapes aside, and started making some other design. After making 2 3 design, I came back to this Rakhi, and then I did something to this Rakhi which finally came out really beautiful. Okay, so these kind of things happens when you try something new, when you are trying to make a new design and you are not able to understand what should you do next to make it even more beautiful if you're not liking the color combination or maybe the design. So just keep that thing aside for some time, distract your mind in something else, make something else, and then when you will come back to that previous design which you had left, you will definitely find something very unique to do to it. Okay, so yeah, like I already mentioned you that after this I was not liking it. So then I came back, and what I did, I took this very vibrant violet kind of color, purple violet sort of color, very vibrant color, totally not uh, like it. This color was nowhere in my mind when I was starting this Rakhi, right? But then I suddenly thought that why should not use this color, try using this color, and then I added this color to the tight coil. Okay, and it actually gave a very unique look to the Rakhi. Then I took my old shapes, and like four I think old shapes I had made, so I took all those four old shapes and I made four new shapes, and then I designed this Rakhi. So here I am trying with the tight circle, I am trying with the teardrop, I tried with the hearts. I didn't like anything. But then finally, what I did was I made some small tight coils with the same like composition which I used for the heart, and I pasted it on the all four side, 3 6 9 and 12 o'clock. Okay, and in the between parts I pasted those hearts which I had created previously. So I hope I didn't confuse you. And yeah, one more thing, I pasted the heart in opposite direction. I mean, I use the curved part outside, like the pointed part outside, and the heart shaped part inside. And then suddenly in my stash I found these kundans of the same sort of shape. So I put those on this Rakhi, then round kundans on the round part and in the center, and it came out beautiful. Just that one vibrant purple color, just it just changed the like look of my whole Rakhi. And then a little uh, tweaks in the design made it even more beautiful. So for the center I used a big stone, and once my Rakhi was totally dry, it took some time to dry it, like 15 20 minutes sort of, and then I pasted it on my Rakhi thread. Then again we are repeating the process of tying a knot. So in this way these three designs were created. In the next video I will share the three more designs, and this whole Rakhi series is going to be of 4 videos. And yeah, here what I am doing is I was very like doubtful that these might come off the Rakhi parts. So I just put a layer of Fevicol on all the parts which were coming out of the paper to harden it a bit. So with this the three designs are done, and I hope you will try to make these beautiful Rakhis at home, and will send you to your brothers so that they remember it forever. So thank you for watching, giving me the precious time of yours. Bye bye.